Hey everybody, this is Shawn Powell. Going to talk about Exitus Elite a little bit, but also I like to try to cover a little bit of training. Usually I do my videos often because of somebody who's asked questions. Maybe it's a new member has come in or whoever it may be. This right here, y'all, is actually how I make my YouTube videos. The company I use is, or the software I use is called Camtasia. It's not the cheapest thing in the world, as a matter of fact, but I'm going to tell you what I think. Not only about Camtasia, but for what I have learned since I've been doing YouTube videos, because I've been actually been doing videos now for a while. I've got 1,300 YouTube videos, for online business, and I've got over 300 for Exitus Elite alone. So I just wanted to show you. But this is what it looks like up here, y'all. The actual software itself is with the media. You put stuff in. I just made a video, a whopper. It was 47 minutes long. But it was really good. Often my first videos, y'all, have a tendency to be longer because I really have a lot of things I want to say. Maybe a couple of things have been bottled up for like 3 or 4 days. I've talked to different people, so I'm trying to address all these issues. And in the process, y'all, especially if it's something for somebody who's green, the online business, and they're asking the questions, I start to realize that these people don't know a lot of the basic stuff. And by doing so, it kind of opens a Pandora's box of information. I could start saying, "Hey, well, what you need to do is blah blah blah." And so when I do a video, there's so much I can talk about, and so it's a great way. If you do YouTube videos and you're wondering what should I write content or do content about, talk to people, man. Jump into the Facebook group, see what kind of questions people are asking, and that's going to be a great thing for that. Now, with that being said, Exitus Elite, y'all, is awesome. Paul Stevenson is ridiculous. Best owner I've ever seen. This is the best way to make six-figure income I've seen with a company that's going on 8 years old now, that you don't have to worry about the owner making stupid decisions. Support is right there, man. His son Jacob is awesome. He reaches out to me just as much as I reach out to him because he may see things on the other side that I'm not aware of, and he'll reach out and tell me, hey, somebody just tried to pay it, it didn't work. Reach out to these people, tell them, and see if there's a problem. He's helping you save money as well and make money in the process. So you cannot ask for a better support than him, man. So those two together is awesome. Then you add a system like Exitus Elite where all the pages is quality. Paul's not going to put junk in it. I don't care where it's at. Kept your pages, sales page, video sales link page, all the training in the back, the emails that are written and rewritten, updated on a regular basis to help with deliverability. The webinars on Wednesday nights. I mean, it just keeps on going. The Facebook group, blah, blah, blah. It's just awesome, right? So what I am doing right now is so many people have asked me about videos. This is what I do, y'all. I'm pretty artistic. I won Congressional Art Awards when I was a kid. Voted most artistic in the elementary school, middle school, and 2 different high schools I went to. I was voted most artistic. Had a lot of artwork that was stolen. Had a lot of artwork that went to places like to the White House or the Capitol of North Carolina, and never get them back. Got to the point where I almost stopped wanting to win events. I know that's crazy. I'm not bragging or anything, but it's just something about art and figuring stuff out that really clicked with me. So when I do videos, and in a way when you look at this, it's a simplified version. I try to put my own spin on art into it. I used to do that with lowrider trucks when I was a kid. I couldn't afford nice vehicles because we were broke. A single mom was on disability, had a kidney transplant when I was 4 years old, and so I grew up kind of broke into some degree, right? Just me and my mom. So I always learned to make things more, artistic. So I had a lowrider truck that won 74 trophies, 4 best of shows. It had been in 4 magazines, ranked the second best looking truck on the East Coast when I was 18 years old. So my art is pretty severe, even at that level like that. With that being said, when I come into online business, I like to make my own intros and stuff of that nature. So if you're watching the beginning, I had something really, really sweet. Copyright became an issue over a period of time. I didn't have it at the beginning, but later on it did. So I had to change everything up. I had made a really sweet, it was a 007 intro where he's walking by and he shoots the gun and then bam, it opens up and it turns into something else. It was really sweet. but because of copywriting, I had to get rid of it. So I've cut everything down. I used the music that they had that for YouTube that you can get for free, but it was kind of bland. So I copied it over itself. I know it sounds crazy, and by doing so, it added more music into it. I hit the same rhythm, but it was like it's slow and then it gets quicker. When I combine these two together, it sounds more exciting. It sounds like something at a movie or something like that. So that's actually what my intro and outro is. It's free YouTube music that was a little slow that I decided to kind of speed it up a little bit, and that's what I did. Now, over here, media, this is the newest video I just made. This was one that I've done, let's see, a couple days ago. I did 4 at one time, if you notice this right up here. Here's some pink ones right here. I did 1, 2, 3, 4 at the same time. This is 2 I've done, 1, and these are ones after that. Looks like 1 each, or maybe I did 2 right here. Now, the reason I like to do more than 1 video at a time, let's say that today I've been off for the last 3 days, or Thanksgiving, or something like maybe Christmas is when it comes up. It's nice for me to go ahead and knock out all the videos because nobody's here. My little boy is at school. I'm in a video making mood. If I'm not in the mood to make a video, I won't do it. Just to let you know, that's how I am. I want people can sense when you want to make a video and when you don't want to make a video. I do believe that. So I always try to make sure it's days I feel like making it. When I do feel like making them, I'll go ahead and do several of them back to back. My first one is usually long, again, because I have a lot of things I want to say. After that, they usually start cutting down. First one could be 30 minutes long. I had so much information in that other one that I just showed you that it was actually 47 minutes long. I may edit it down, but mainly not. This is what the intros or down here at the bottom look like. You can control how much you're looking at one time. So this is the whole thing. This video right here that was just pre-made the other day. It's 14 minutes. It's about 15 minutes long, right? So not bad. It wasn't my first video. I could tell you that. It's probably about the 3rd or 4th one when I really started cutting down on the time, right? So my intro is down here at the bottom left. You create that, put it here. The outro is going to be over here. My head might be in the way, but I'm going to point down to where it's at. It's down here on this bottom row right here. It looks about like this one. Okay. Now, I have videos that I put into play. One is the screen, and one is going to be for me that you're looking at, right? The one talking. So I put the screen down here. The lower part is what's going to be the furthest back, right? So the intro is here. Then this overlaps on top of it. And then this is actually the whole frame. When you're looking up here and around me, all the blue and all the stuff, those are frames that I created. Nobody else I ain't even seen do anything like this. And I kept this because it made me stand out from other people. I think a lot of people really appreciated seeing something different. You know what I'm saying? So I actually did this. I made a couple of them for, let's see, one for Exitus Elite, one for Power Elite Systems. But then I realized, y'all, a lot of times my training would be from one or the other. Instead of just sticking it on one, I decided to call it Action Takers up here. So the Action Takers channel is actually what all this is right here. Now, at times, I got a picture of me and my little boy sitting right here. I like for things to interact. So I've got my zombie up here. This is my little boy congratulating J.L. Caldwell, our newest G1000. Welcome to the team is what it says right here. This is what was put in the last video. And that's what it looks like right here, y'all. And this stuff that you add, they're mainly just to the left side of the page. You could go there and pick whatever. Over a period of time, you'll actually have a tendency to, start saving a lot of things that you have created where, like it says zombie right here. Look at all these zombies I put in over here. So you do all sorts of things like this. Some of these stuff is really old. Thank you for joining with PLS. This is thumbnails, Adam and me. Right on up, sales pages, just any kind of thing. Some old businesses. Here's our boat, y'all. Our yacht right here. I got to where I was showing that a lot. So instead of having to go and redoing the pictures over and over and over again, I could just make something and put it there, and it would pop up, show it, stuff like that. And I can adjust everything. If this sounds like it's all over your head, y'all, don't worry. I'm about to tell you something real important in just a minute. So even though I've got this right here, I've got all this. I got the intro in, the outro in. I've got my videos separated right here. This is the audio right here. This is me, my video down here that you're looking at. And then down here below, this is the actual background that you're seeing everything at this very moment. That's where it's going to be all put in at. And this is the framing itself. Then everything on the very tip top of here is what's going to come in on top of that. So that's why this is showing here. And if I slide this over just a little bit, you're going to see my zombie sitting there telling you that I put your first member in for you at the G1000, G2000. We've been doing that longer than anybody else in the company right here, right? So that's where I put this at. Now, I learned something, y'all, that was real important. I learned that with a $4 stand sitting there at the kitchen table with an old S3 phone that I used to have, I was making just as much money, to be honest. And even though I've evolved a lot, and I do enjoy using this, there's no sense in me not. I really enjoy Camtasia myself. Don't get hung up on thinking that you got to have Camtasia, because it's not Camtasia. It's more about you and what did you want to bring to the video. So if you are artistic, whatever software you could have got and just learn how to use, it would have been fine. So please understand, y'all, don't get hung up on whether or not you're using Camtasia or not. Camtasia is not the magic. Camtasia is just a tool that I'm using. The magic is going to be, what do you do with the tools that you've got? So if I would have went with something that Sony had produced or some other software, it would have been fine. Now, when I first started making six-figure income, y'all, let me tell you what I was using and how important the message is. The message is the magic. It's not whether or not I got Mickey Mouse jumping up and down on the screen. I want you to understand that, y'all. I had got a software called Debut. Now, the reason I wanted it is because I had looked for different ones that did screen share where I could be in the corner or not in the corner if I. And Debut had one that was free to use, didn't have any watermark or anything. So I knew my downline were going to want to use something eventually, the ones that wanted to do YouTube, and I wanted them to have something that I was able to connect with. So in other words, I was going to use what they were going to use so that I could teach them what they need to know, right? Well, there really wasn't a whole lot of editing in Debut. It doesn't look like this per se, but it was really simple. You click mash record, it did it good, it compressed it very well, and then you upload it to YouTube. I mean, it was really, really simple. Well, over a period of time, Debut changed that to where you couldn't get it free anymore. So a lot of people, I want to say it's Screenomatic, a lot of people went there for free. The problem is there's a watermark, and so to get rid of the watermark, I think you pay like $14, $15 a year, and every year you'd have to pay for another year of using Screenomatic. But a lot of people absolutely love it. So you're going to find different software out there. And what I'm telling you is, don't get hung up on Camtasia or this or this. I was making six-figure income, 13,000 plus a month in the first 90 days I started doing YouTube, and it was not because I had Mickey Mouse jumping on my screen or all this around it or anything like that, right? It was my message that was the most important. Sitting down, showing people you believe in your business, applying action, being accessible, showing them the way in is where the money's at. That's where it's at. And that's going to happen with a phone, with my first laptop, y'all. Let me tell you this. I could not really afford, at that time, a new laptop. So what I did was I went to the pawn shop. I paid $150 for this bright little cherry red one. It wasn't really powerful. The fan hit the side. Oh, it was shortly after I bought it. The fan would hit the side and you could hear it. So when I was doing a video, I had to take a screwdriver, and I'm computer oriented. This is a shame. I put a screwdriver in the side to lift it up so you wouldn't hear the fan, and I'd mash record and then let go. I made my first when I was making $10,000 plus months ever. First time I'd ever done that, using a $150 laptop with a screwdriver crammed in the side of it. You do not have to have a brand new laptop to do this stuff. You do not have to have Mickey Mouse jumping on your screen. You do not have to have intros coming in or out or something like that. Because I'm very artistic and I wanted to evolve and make myself stand out from other people, that's why I created this. But what have I also learned is when I was making my own sales pages, I was literally putting in 19 hours in one video editing. And y'all, I can tell you, it might have been a great video, but good gracious, man, you can get burnt out editing all the time. So what I've done now is I went back and I looked over the years where I was making 10,000 views plus in a YouTube video, or this one or this one. And I realized the editing. Now, I mean, of course, great editing definitely pays off. You can see that with YouTube people that get paid from YouTube, and that's what they do for a living. Yeah, editing can make a big part of it. So, take something that's mediocre and edit the mess out of it, make it absolutely incredible. But when it comes for me in online business, the message was the important thing. So I stopped editing all the time because I could make 3 or 4 videos in an amount of time that here I am sitting there taking my time editing all this stuff out that is not really necessary. You see what I'm saying? So what I do is I used to go all through here. I'd have my zombie pop up here. Sometimes I had the 4 different zombies on the screen, joking and cutting up, pointing out things back here. If I had a cow lick that day, or something stupid, and I had everybody talking and stuff like that. And sometimes it can make for entertaining, and I will do it if I'm really feeling it and the need of doing so. But mainly what I do now, y'all, is I've got these pre-stuff already here. I got my outro over here, which I know you can't see it from here. But my outro information right here so people can see how to get in touch with me. They're ready to jump into the business. I always have a picture, usually me and my little boy at the beginning or at the end or both or something like that, so I give them someone to connect with. And that's it, y'all. Because my message in the middle is more important, and me making videos and go ahead and getting it out there is way more important than me spending an extra 2 hours editing this video when the views are going to be the same either way. And that what I've learned is the message is the most important. So, do you need this frame? No. Do you need an intro and outro? No. Do you even need a laptop? No, you don't. You could use your phone or anything and just let these people connect. I had one downline, y'all, and I said this the other day. I came into the business. He lived in New Orleans, or yeah, New Orleans, and he would take his phone or a camera and put it on his bicycle, and you couldn't even see him. And he would ride around, and you would see everything that's happening in New Orleans, and he would just talk. And man, I'm gonna tell you what, it was interesting. It was very interesting. And that's what I'm saying, man. You find what works for you, and just do it. I know this is crazy, but because of watching him, I was actually entertained at, putting using my phone and going down the road and do some videos. And it's amazing to me how people in the UK looks a lot different their location than we do. If I'm looking at them, I'm like, wow, this is crazy. It's hard to believe this is modern day. It just feels so weird. Well, New Orleans kind of had that intriguing feel to it. Well, believe it or not, here in North Carolina, I've lived here my whole life. So to me, it's nothing, but it's amazing how people look at this and say, wow, this is different. So our own surroundings can actually become kind of interesting. And I learned that by watching one of my downline just put I don't know if he used his phone or if it was a camera, and put it on a bicycle and rode around. So please don't get caught up on everything, y'all. Me sitting at my kitchen table right here is how I got free from a job. I used Facebook. I used my phone. I was doing YouTube videos with a $4 stand. You do not need a brand new expensive computer. Do try to get some kind of software. If you have hangups, if you don't like being down here in that corner, or maybe the whole screen is you, or maybe you do great, whatever feels best for you. But if that's the problem, take this out, y'all. And then at the very beginning, because my first software didn't let me do picture in picture, right? But that was fine. So I literally was like, "Hey, y'all, this is a picture of me and my little boy. I'm the bigger one on the right. I came into this business, blah blah blah, and then just let go. But I always show a picture at the beginning so they have someone to connect with, and then from there I would just go into the business itself. So that's real important. It does not matter if you're here or not. I would suggest trying it with it, trying without it, because I can tell you this: when I was making the first 10,000 I'd ever made in online business, I was doing it with free software with a screwdriver in the side of a $150 laptop. I wasn't even showing up here because it wasn't even available to do so, and I was giving these people someone to connect with, but just pictures, and then just letting them hear my voice, and they could tell I believed in the business, and that's the difference. So if you're looking Camtasia, great. There is a learning curve. If you wanted to, to edit and stuff like that and learn how to edit, it's a great way to do it. Just try it and learn. I wouldn't worry about doing videos looking for how to do this and stuff. I really wouldn't. It would be one of those, just get out there and get in the trenches and learn. Learn what works for you. And then after that, just upload it to YouTube. There's never a bad YouTube video. I had videos where before I started it, this was again using Debut, I used to take my screen images, screen pictures, for, let's say if I wanted to take a picture of just this part right here, I would take it and draw it up like it's supposed to be, the little rectangle for it, and then I would mash the button so that it would, take a screenshot. Well, after that, I took to making a video, and I had made some really, really nice, well, what were they, 720 by 90, screensavers. Not screensavers. What are things called, man? 720 by 90. Use them in whatever they're called. I can't think of what it's called. Anyhow, I made some really interesting stuff as art. As useless right here. It's gonna kill me. I can't remember this. I apologize. But anyhow, the screen was only showing a portion of it. I mean, we're talking like this much of it, right? So here I was talking, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize I had messed up. So I went back and edited it with a lot of crazy stuff. Like I was showing these butterflies I had put in this little thing that anybody could use and stuff like that, and make them so people could use them for their businesses and stuff like that, and have the business's name in it and stuff. But anyhow, even though I shouldn't have, I almost didn't upload it. That video got like 15,000 views, and one of the best ones. It was the biggest mess up. But it was funny because I acknowledged it was a mess up. And you could hear me talking about it and you couldn't see it. So I was writing stupid mess down here in the corner and stuff like that, y'all. So what I learned is YouTube is free real estate. If you think it's a good video, great. But it doesn't mean it's going to get a lot of views. It's something that you think. Sometimes the algorithm just works out, however it works. A lot of times I wish it was my best video that went that way, but it don't. So don't worry about that. Just put the content out there and keep on trucking. Learn what's going to work after you put the work in. Don't worry about should I or shouldn't I put this in. That's not a big deal. So even if you think a video is good or not good, it's still getting seen and heard, and it's free real estate. So if you're doing YouTube videos, definitely keep that in mind. Do you need Camtasia? No. Do you need something to get out with people? Absolutely. If you're planning on doing YouTube. And just make that a routine, man. Getting to the point, let's say, I'm going to make 50 videos. I don't care if anybody comes into the business. That's what I said. I made 30 videos before I made my first commission. And how many people would have done that? You know what I'm saying? But a lot for me was me getting over my hang-ups. I'm entirely blind on my right eye. It's really hard for me to just sit down and mash record and let go. So for me, it's a little bit different. All right, y'all. I'm going to cover Exitus Elite real quick. I do mean real quick. Exitus Elite, y'all, I have been with them now for... Well, my little boy is 14. That's the lower picture. Since that picture right here, I got free from the job in 2015. So I came in Exitus Elite 2016. So half his life, I've been free from the job, and I've been with Exitus just about that entire time, y'all. So Exitus Elite this is Paul Stevenson. Absolutely the best owner I've ever seen, point blank, period. Upgrade Exitus Elite from the G100, 250 to 500, 1000, G2000. You just pay the difference so you don't get punished. Here's our weekly webinars on Wednesday, y'all, at 9 o'clock. And I don't keep messing the image up. Stop. Okay. This is what they look like. This is his lawyer came up there one time, and we had a chance to ask questions and stuff like that. But our normal one usually has a guest up there. Paul Stevenson's talking, and then we have an interview with someone. And when it's over, you get to ask him questions. And at the end, they have questions and answers. It's really good. That's on Wednesday nights. It's really good. A lot of information right here. Exitus Elite is also because we get paid immediately. We always make 100% commissions, and we always get to pick. Let's see, we get to pick how we want to get paid. We make 100% commissions, and we always get paid immediately. It's absolutely incredible. I can put anyone into the business, not having to worry about it. I don't care if they're friends, family, or whatever. I know that they're going to be taken care of. I'll put your first member in for you at the G1000 and the new G2000 that came out this year, plus my huge 3-generation bonus training. It's me and 2 other 6-figure earners. This is me making $40,000 in 30 days in Exitus Elite. This was back in 2016 when that one was taken. This was just not too long ago. This is me making $4,000 in like 3 days, I believe, 3 or 4 days. This is me, first time I ever had $50,000, $60,000 sitting in the bank because of a company. That was Exitus Elite. This is me in the wrong business. Number one in the world, y'all. Barely getting by. I had just got free from the job May 7th. So the next month was this one right here. Leaving number one, putting 300 and 350 members a month into a business that's $33 business. It was the wrong vehicle. And to be honest, I'd gotten free from the job, and it's great. It was better than being in a restaurant, but I was still working my tail off every day, feeling like I had to get every person in the zip code, when honestly, I just was in the wrong vehicle. I was putting the right work in, but just the wrong one. So the wrong business done right, wrong businesses done right are still the wrong business. I left that place, number one in the world, left to go find the right vehicle, and that's when everything changed, y'all. $17,000 right here. This is 3,000 in one day, 2,000 in one day, 2,000, 2,000. All of those together is in 30 days, 17,000. This was like last year, or maybe a year before, something like that. Exitus Elite. The reason I showed these different ones from different time frames is because I want y'all to know this isn't just a one time and that's it. Still making money with the business. The $2,000 commissions are absolutely incredible. When you get into this business, y'all, and I welcome you and congratulate you to the Facebook group, you're going to see people making $2,000 days. A lot of people don't even know who they are. They've got leaderboards, and I'm on the leaderboards quite a bit, especially G1000, G2000. I got a 20 to 1 ratio of people coming at those compared to the lower levels. And the company itself says 90%. So you can see most of the people making money. It's going to be at the G1000, G2000, to be honest. Nothing wrong with lower levels, but that's where the money's at from the company, right? But to me, it's always awesome to see people, I don't even know who they are, pop up, and they're on the leaderboard or something like that, or see them jump in excited because they made $3,000 their first month, and they never made money before. That's what this business can do. So, all right, y'all. What you need to do is go ahead and contact me. Tell me that you want to do this business. Tell me you want me to put your first member in for you at G1000, G2000. I can walk you through it if you like. I send out the link of the last person that came into the business so that we'll sign them up and then, sign you up underneath them. We're going to qualify them, not congratulate them. Well, I will. I'll congratulate them after. But we'll qualify them, and what it's going to do is every person they're put in, every commission is going to be theirs. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing for you. I'm going to give your link out to someone else that's ready to jump into business, and then you're going to be qualified so that the one-up system, the first one to pass up, you don't have to worry about. So it's absolutely incredible. I've been doing that longer than anybody else in this company for my downline. So definitely reach out to me. Tell me you're ready to do this business. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Put a like. I got over 1,300 videos, 300 for Exitus Elite alone. If probably right much more than that. I ain't counted them. But yeah, I just know that this is the type of business with the right vehicle. And if you just get excited about it and show people everything that's in the system, including the owner and support, is quality. It's gonna back you up every step of the way, and that's what you need in a business. With that being said, y'all, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Appreciate it.